What's going on, everyone? This is Jay with Premier Gaming Entertainment, bringing you another video today. And what I wanted to discuss today is something that I read online a couple of days ago, and it's real interesting. I just wanted to give my opinion on it, and if you have your own opinion on it, definitely leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know how you feel about it, because it's kind of like I understand what's going on, but at the same time I don't understand. And what it is what I read about is that for spring practice they're going to be allotting, I think it's either 2 or 3 days, they're going to be doing spring practice in Rome. Now, why we're going to Rome to just do spring practice, I'm not quite sure. I mean, obviously, if we got the money to do it as a school, which we obviously do, then hey, go for it. I know Harbaugh's trying to get this stuff in before. I know that they've already gone ahead and did the ban for doing practices away from campus, which is going to be kicking in 2018. So he's trying to get this all in before then. So I guess maybe he's doing it for exposure. I'm not sure, because I could understand when he was doing, the spring practices down in Florida to, get people to know about Michigan football down there in the South, and I understood the satellite camps and all that stuff. But I'm not quite sure what the purpose is of having a spring practice in Rome. He's saying it's for educational purposes and stuff like that, and allowing the players to, learn other cultures and stuff like that, and spread Michigan football in Europe and all that stuff, which is cool. It's fine, but I guess I'm just trying to see the big picture in it, because it's not one of those things where you're going to get exposure in a place where you're going to be recruiting potentially. Like, I understood the whole going down south to practice and have these satellite camps, because you could potentially pull in recruits from either these satellite camps, which has happened, or you're just getting your name out there for a team or for players down in that region who may not have been even thinking about Michigan being on the radar, but seeing them and getting them in their spirit, they decide maybe to think about Michigan or give them a chance, because now they're seeing them up and close, as opposed to just seeing them on TV or hearing about them, on different shows and whatever the case may be. So I'm not entirely sure why we're doing this, because the international exposure. I mean, we're not going to be pulling no 5-star recruit from Rome. It's not that I think of. I mean, we did pull one guy that's going to be in the recruiting class for this year from Quebec, Canada, but I don't see it going any further than that. So unless it's just to get people talking about the program, as a whole, then I would understand it. But other than that, I don't see the point of it. But like I said, if you got the money, go for it. Whatever the case may be, it's a good experience for them to, go overseas, experience other cultures, bond together while they're, practicing overseas, and just bring the team closer. So if that's what they get out of it, then I'm all for it. So that was what I wanted to discuss. Also, 1 week from today is going to be National Signing Day. So pretty excited about that. And from a previous video that I made from before, I did mention about the Signing of the Stars event. So they put out tickets for it, and it sold out in 1 day, the whole event. So go figure on that. So like I said in the previous video, there has to be a reason for them to go all out with this. you're not going to go and have a signing of the stars event and not sign anybody. So, I mean, I know that all the recruits that are going to be there will probably be at the event. So I understand that part about it. I understand the hype behind it to, you know, for potential recruits in the future for 2018. Hey, we're looking forward for that. You know, if you're a recruit in 2018 and you want to see yourself be showcased at this type of event and, you know, meet celebrities, then, you know, this is a good way to entice a potential recruit who may be leaning another way or on the fence to maybe choose Michigan over what other school that they were, you know, potentially choosing. So it all works out, and I wasn't able to get a lineup of who is going to be at the event this year. I think last year they didn't mention it until maybe a few days before the event. Actually, no, they listed it actually later than that. So I couldn't find anything. I mean, last year they had Derek Jeter, Ric Flair, you know, Tom Brady. Obviously, Brady ain't going to be there this year because he's got a Super Bowl to win. But, you know, they had a bunch of big name celebrities that were there. And I'm pretty sure Harbaugh's got his pull for people who are going to be there this year. So it's going to be an interesting event. Hopefully it's going to be even more exciting with us pulling in the actual recruits that we're targeting. So that'll be great. And, you know, hopefully we get at least a couple more, 3, 4 maybe if the most, more recruits to just solidify this recruiting class for 2017. And we just move forward for next year. Now, another thing that I did mention is in a previous video, I was talking about Tyrone Wheatley Jr. leaving for the NFL, and didn't understand it at the time. I know a few people did mention what happened to him in the comment section of my previous video, and so I do understand what's going on with that. Didn't take us very long to find a replacement. I mean, the actual replacement for him was in-house with Jim Harbaugh's son becoming the running backs coach. So obviously it's not that big of a deal. He's already on the recruiting trail. And also in big news, the former offensive line coach of Indiana is going to fill in the position of tight ends coach and offensive line coach. So I'm pretty excited about that. I mean, I've seen what, you know, as far as Indiana's offensive line and how they were able to run block for the last little while. I mean, he's done a great job with that. So hopefully he can work on our offensive line and get us going as far as that goes, because, you know, these last couple of years we've been really struggling to run the ball. So if he can interject anything to, you know, get our running game going in a positive direction, I'm all for it. So, anyways, that's it for the video today. I did also want to mention one more thing. A lot of people have been making fun of Harbaugh and saying, I've been reading them in forums and stuff like that. Like, for example, how, you know, Nick Saban doesn't have to do this and do that to pull in his recruits, blah, 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 whatever. So all I have to say about that is this. If you think about it, I mean, Nick Saban has been the head coach of Alabama now for 9 years. So he's had, you know, a 7-year head start on Harbaugh as far as solidifying his place in coaching, getting the trust of people out there as far as recruits, you know, solidifying his program and stuff like that. He's had 7 more years to get that established. So he's got a head start where he can just say, you know, my coaching record and everything just speaks for itself. You know, Harbaugh is coming in here and he's trying to immediately try to catch up. So he's got to do whatever he has to do in order to try and, you know, make up ground on people like Saban and stuff like that. So anything that he can do to try and make up ground or get an advantage, as long as it's within the rules, I mean, what is the problem? Why are people bashing on him for that? That's what I don't understand. I think a lot of people are just hating on him because they're thinking to themselves, why didn't we think of that? Why didn't we go outside the box and do things that were perfectly within the rules to get these recruits to come in? I mean, he's been, perfect on his record as far as whatever he did in order to get recruits in. So, you can hate on him all you want as far as that goes, but he's doing what he has to do in order to get these guys in. And don't let that stuff fool you. Don't think that these other coaches are not doing certain things in order to get recruits in. They may not be documented, they may not be in the news, they may not be reported, but don't think that Saban just says, I'm Nick Saban, and everyone just comes to Alabama. I don't think so. So that's just something to think, to keep in mind if you're a fan of these teams and think that your coach is above all of what Harbaugh does. You don't know what happens behind the scenes, and you don't know what this coach has done in order to get that player to come to their school. That's all I got to say about that. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. If you liked the video, definitely feel free to leave a like. Like I said previously, if you have any comments about about what I said, leave them in the comment section below. And if you like my commentary, you like my content and things like that, definitely subscribe to the channel and just help the channel to grow. And please share this video with as many people as possible, just to get the discussion going with as many fans of Michigan as possible. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a great night, and go blue.